Welcome to a new episode of Video Car Review, our international branch of Ausfahrt TV. I'm your host, Mr. Z, at least I call myself Mr. Z, and you will find out why. My English is kind of tacky, you know. However, Ausfahrt TV and Video Car Review, we do long reviews, detailed reviews about car, in-depth reviews, sort of. And don't worry if they appear to be too long, because in the description text of this video you find jump markers to the different chapters. Our videos are always structured in the same way, so you can easily compare cars chapter-wise. Or if you get bored in one chapter, you just skip to the next one. I dare you. Okay, in the description text you find as well the technical specs of our test car and links to the reviews of competitors if we have any. Well, I recently did a review about the Up, the previous model, and since we're here just talking about a facelift, I feel a little bit stupid doing the whole stuff again, because not too many things changed. But then, believe me, when I got into the car, I say, well, a lot of things have changed. It's a complete different car, at least to me, and I'm not talking marketing to you guys. It's just, we got a new engine and we got a new interior, and both is really sums up already. Okay, but back in history, Volkswagen announced a tiny car called Lupo in 1998 and started selling it. It was sold until 2005. Then we had the successor called Fox, and in 2011 they introduced this baby here, which got a facelift recently in Geneva 2016 at the Geneva Auto Show. And I was not aware that the Up is so popular, not even in Europe, but even on other continents. Volkswagen sold over 660,000 units so far of the Up. And I used to live in the States, in Kentucky, and the philosophy of people driving and buying cars in Kentucky was, the bigger the car is, the more secure it is for you. You know, you feel more safe if you have a huge car. But the Up is a safe car indeed. It got 5 stars from the Euro NCAP crash test. Well, you can already configure the new Up in the Volkswagen online configurator and order it, at least in Germany, and it's expected to be late summer at the dealers. Yes, we do have quite some competitors in this tiny car segment, at least in Germany or Europe. We got the Hyundai i10, for instance, or the Opel Karl or Vauxhall Karl. We got, what else? The Renault Twingo, which is pretty popular, or used to be. And many more that I can really count, you know. Well, they didn't change too much about the engines. There's just one new engine. So we got, instead of just 2 petrol engines, now we got 3 petrol engines. The engine is always the same, sort of. It's a 1-liter 3-cylinder engine with 60 or 75 horses, and brand new with 90 horses due to a turbocharger. Then we got a CNG version, a gas version with 68 horsepower, and the electric, the E-Up with 82 electric horses and a battery of 18 kilowatt hours. That is supposed to be good for an electric reach of 130 kilometers. You can shift manually with a manual 5-speed, or you can choose a sequential 5-speed automatic transmission. And all the Ups come with front-wheel drive, of course. Well, in my last review I presented you the 75 horsepower engine, and now of course I got the new one. So this one is a 1-liter 3-cylinder with 90 horses. Alright, it's good for maximum torque of 160 Newton meters, and you get them in a range between 1,500 and 3,500 RPM. Of course we got front-wheel drive, and our powertrain is equipped with a manual 5-speed. Alright guys, let me give you the basic specs of our test car, the 90 horsepower Volkswagen Up. It accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers or 62 miles per hour in 9.9 seconds, almost 10. And the top speed is reached at 185 kilometers per hour or 115 miles per hour. The gas tank of the 2016 Volkswagen Up will take 35 liters or 9.3 US gallons. Volkswagen gives a fuel consumption figure of 4.4 liters for every 100 kilometers driven, or 53.4 miles per US gallon. Which means that under perfect conditions you can drive up to 790 kilometers or 490 miles without stopping for fuel. CO2 emissions for the 2060 Volkswagen Up with a 90 horsepower petrol engine should be 108 grams per kilometer according to Volkswagen. The Volkswagen Up has a length of 3.6 meters or 142 inches with a wheelbase of 2.42 meters or 95 inches. It is 1.49 meters high, so 59 inches, and it is 1.64 meters wide, so 65 inches. For the turning circle you need at least 9.8 meters or 32.2 feet of free space. The curb weight comes in at 1,002 kilograms or 2,209 pounds. The maximum loaded weight is 1,360 kilograms or 2,998 pounds. In Germany, our test car would cost around about 16,730 euros. Well, to be honest, Volkswagen didn't change too much at the exterior. Well, they have a new front. We got a new front bumper, which is supposed to be sharper and more sporty than the previous one. You judge yourself. I would say they changed the design of the front bumper and they put two edges in the hood, so the car's supposed to look a little bit more aggressive, I guess. Well, you know, I shouldn't be so sarcastic, I guess. I should be open for everything. And if you look closer, we got honey mesh here in the air intakes. So that is sporty, isn't it? Besides that, if you think about it, you remember the first Golf GTI? How many horses did it have? Just think about it. Okay, what else is new? The front lights are new. They come with LED day running light now. However, we still have normal light bulbs here for the turning signal and the headlights. As an option, you get fog lamps. They come with cornering light. Alright guys, I'm always trying my best to please you, and so I didn't ask for a regular Up, but for the launch model. They're launching the new Up with a special edition called Up Beats. In the last version, in the previous model, the pre-facelift model, they had a Fender sound system. Now they're changing it to a Beats sound system. It has 300 watts as well, comes with the Beats special limited edition, but you can order it for any other Up as well. It's costs around about 465 euros extra in Germany and comes with 300 watts as well. Alright, the launch model, the Up Beats, you can order in 4 different colors, red, black and 2 different white tones. And the regular Up, you have the choice between 13 colors now, 10 decals and 3 colors for the roof. And since I'm here with my buddies Brian and Alex, they have 2 cars here and a yellow Up with a black roof, and I'm trying to lay over a picture here of the yellow one so you get an idea of the black roof and so on. Okay, by factory settings, the smallest trim level comes with 14-inch steel wheels, but you can upgrade them up to 17-inch alloys. Our car is supposed to have 15-inch alloys on there, and those are 15-inch alloys, but they're not the right ones. The Up Beats comes with similar alloys, but in the middle they're red, you know, where the Volkswagen is, logo is. Besides that, you can upgrade them even to 16-inch in the online configurator. What's new as well is the mirror cap. We got now LED turning indicators in the mirror cap, and the tone color is part of the trim level or special edition, and I think the special edition is based on the highest, so the high up trim level. Well, can you see me back here? Because I'm just wondering, because the Smart got longer, 6 centimeters or 60 millimeters longer. But as you would imagine, the space is not for the passengers. It's just due to the new bumper design, and they need a little bit more space for the new engine. Well, I think you can see the changes of the new up much better on the rear. So they got a spoiler with a third braking light, but we got a new design of the rear lamps, and I think they fit much better now to the black lid of the trunk. But we don't have any LEDs in here. But we do find LEDs on the rear. So the fog lamp and the lamps for illuminating the license plate, they are made, that's LEDs that work there. Okay, and then of course they shaped the new the rear bumper as well in a more, sporty way. And in the press release it says, and we have a diffuser now on the bottom. Well, I was thinking a diffuser has to have some fins, for the air to come straight and all that. But well, I'm learning, maybe it's a design diffuser. However, I don't want to be, all sarcastic. I actually like the rear, looks much better than before. What do you think, guys? Well, maybe they didn't change too much from the exterior, but in the inside, I think it's a complete different car, really, believe me. I'm showing you right now. We have a Beats audio dorsal panel here as part of our limited edition Up Beats. The door opens in an 85-degree angle. And as you might see, getting in is pretty easy. And if I'm stupid enough to open the door all the way, I have to lean out a little bit to get it. Alright guys, just a little story before I start. Yesterday I was in Goodwood. I was invited by Mercedes-Benz to the world premiere of the new Mercedes-AMG GTR. And I had a chance to drive the Mercedes-AMG GTS from the hotel to Goodwood. And then I jumped on the plane, and today I'm in Italy. And this morning I woke up and jumped in the new Volkswagen Up. Quite different car. And so that's what I like about my job, so different cars in a short period of time. And you have to, center yourself all the time. Okay, when I sat in the car, and I'm doing a little spoiler now, I was really surprised when I started driving the car. First of all, I got in and I was like, ooh, it's all shiny. What happened? I remember my old review, like all hard plastics, black, black, black. And here I jumped in and I was really fascinated. It looks like a complete different car to me, at least, You guys might see this different, but I really like it. I like the new interior and what they did so far. And then I started driving and I was trying to follow up my mates to this location here. And so I pressed the throttle expecting nothing really, because an Up and the 75 horsepower version really was not accelerating in a way that I would appreciate. And this thing was just jumping forward. I'm quite pleased. I'm really pleased so far. Okay, but normal routine. First of all, I check out the materials. So, hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic, paint, steel, hard plastic, hard plastic. So they didn't change very much interior-wise from the material. Closed on the ceiling, by the way. But with this new dashboard, and it feels a little bit different too. It feels actually pretty nice. I like to, touch it. It gives the car a better appeal. And then we got a new steering wheel with white applications as well. They suit the dashboard, leather steering wheel. And this all together gives me at least the feeling that the car's worth money. And I like it. It's cool. Good job, Volkswagen, really. I really have to say good job interior-wise. Okay, so material checked. Ergonomy. Well, I really hate this. This is new. You can use your iPhone now instead of this Garmin piece or whatever they had before in here, which is awesome. I like the idea, and I like this new block, and I don't mind that it's centered. But why in the world can I not move the phone a little bit, facing me, information I need as a driver or as a passenger. Why can't I move it? I don't understand it. Really sad. But then they clean up everything nicely. So we got the air conditioned part here, which comes with an allergen filter now, so all the, what's the word? Bloom? No, when flowers do the stuff that the bees take and you're allergic to it, it filters it. Whatever, you understand what I mean. So a few buttons here and there, the new radio, and the light switch left to the steering wheel, 2 sticks on the steering wheel. That's it. Done. And I like it. It's clean. Give me a good feeling. And I feel like a marketing guy, and I hate talking like this, but I'm really pleased. I am. Can't help it. It's just my honest opinion. All right. Space-wise, well, between the seats we have this much of space. It's a tiny car, what do you expect? With the windscreen going down to the very front, it gives you a spacious feeling at least. And I can put a fist between my head and the ceiling, so I have plenty of space here. It's not tight. It's okay. Good. Normal routine. You cannot adjust the height of the safety belt on your shoulder. The safety belts have red stripes on the side, by the way, and they're this long. The other day I got a comment, Jan, have you ever had seat belts that were not long enough? Well, I'm just an average guy, so most likely they have to fit me. But I know out there are a few people who are much bigger than I, just more muscles, of course. And they might have problems with that. I'm just showing you it. So we got Alcantara here, which I like because it gives you a little bit of side support. I just see that my pants are dirty. Sorry about that. And clothes in the middle, artificial leather on the side. I'm not too keen about the headrest that you cannot adjust, but okay, fine. I'm in a good mood today. So cannot tell you anything about the comfort, but you can adjust them in height, both seats, by the way, and scoot them all the way back and all the way to the front. And that's my position, I guess. Well, even a little bit further. All right, you can heat them up with 2 intensities. Oh, and what I hate, they didn't give me a little wheel here on the side, but a handler, so, flipping. I don't like this. I don't know why they do this, really. I'm not too much fan of those handles. All right, the steering wheel, you can adjust it, but only in height. And if I lower it to the position I would like to have it, to drive it, I cannot see the speedometer anymore. So I have to put it up a little bit at least. We got leather on it and white application, so it really looks nice. It's flattened on the bottom and it feels good too. It's a multifunctional steering wheel, so we can adjust the volume of the infotainment system on the left side, skip songs, mute the whole system. On the right side we can go through the MFA, so the board computer, and I will just switch it to English as I'm here. In English it's not MFA, it's MFD, of course, multifunctional display, and we can pick up phone calls and use speech commands. Okay, never mind. The mirrors are pretty sharp now. I don't know whether this way they before. I like them. They look kind of sporty when you look inside them. And you see enough from what's going on behind. Not so much in the inner mirror because it's just too short. Why didn't they make it a little bit bigger? I can see the whole height of the window, but not the sides. I have to move my head to see the sides. Well, whatever they did. Turning my head around my shoulder, over the left shoulder, there's no blind spot. Over the right shoulder, I don't think that the A-pillar is really, that thin. It's pretty big. B-pillar is fine, and C-pillar, once again, it's big. Not big, but for such a tiny car, it's sort of big. Still, I think that you have a good overview in this car, but just be aware there is a blind spot, and you have to check the mirror as well. The app comes now with a rear camera, but mine is not equipped with it. Kind of sad. I would have liked to show it. However, we got sensors on the rear, so if I encounter something, I see it. Right? Yeah, gives me something here. Okay, and now I turn off the car. And honestly, you know, I hate letting the car run. I mean, it's lifestyle in America, I know, but here in Europe, it's not. And I always feel guilty. But outside, we have a temperature of 24 degrees, which is not too hot, but it's very humid. And when I did the moderation outside, I was sweating so much that I decided to go for air condition here. So let me start the car for you so you know what's going on. See the needle of the petrol tank control go up here on the right side. On the left side we got the RPM meter going up to 8,000 RPM, while the red range starts at 6,250 I would say. In the center we have the speedometer going up to 220 kilometers per hour. The car runs 185. Oh well, you know, I'm in a good mood. Not complaining today. And back here we have the board computer. And I will just, you know, hop through here so you see what's going on and what you have. I'm done now, I guess. I mean, you can read yourself, right? And we can go to audio, see what's going on there. We got settings. And that's it. Just 3 different things. And here you can say which data you want to see, you know, just disable them. Well, time units, not so interesting. Factory settings. Okay. Well, not okay. Actually, I want to leave this. Oh, yeah, never mind. So, that's the stuff we know already, and here's something new. So, over there we got a display. And it's regardless if it's an iPhone or an Android handy, we get an app application. And once I press radio down here, see, something happens. Oh. Well, it's a better version, so I'm sorry. Well, here it gives me now the text and all that, and now it catches up the app. Come on. So that's the home screen of the app, and now I press radio again and something happens, and here we got app control. I go on media and it jumps to media. Go to phone, so down here phone button and menu button, but the menu is just flipping in here. So if I go on menu, I have navigation system right here. I got the blue Sync Trainer, which is like a little game to support you driving more efficiently. I got, well, this is not in English, I'm sorry guys. This is just the driving data, the board computer sort of. Then we got gauges here, the RPM meter, and oh, I can even flip this. But just temperature and RPM, so that's kind of useless. However, and search. If I want to search something, I can even letter here, A, B, C. Well, whatever it is, it works. Okay, and I can always say go back, and that's the menu. And I can go live data, oops, for instance. And I have a second screen even. But most likely, that's it. You know yourself if you can read your display, your phone display during day and night time, and I cannot tell you about anything here because I've just driven the car during daytime and had no problems with the system. As an option, you get sort of an ambient light somewhere, but I haven't seen it and it's just too bright outside, so I cannot tell you. The warning indicator switch is over here. I rather have it in the center, but you can easily see it and find it, so, and it's big too, so it's okay with me. And last but not least, the horn. On we go with a compartment check. In the door panels we have space for this half-a liter bottle, but I'm pretty sure that a liter bottle will fit in here as well, and some other stuff. Just be aware, it's just hard plastic inside here, so if you put something in there and you drive around, it might give you funny noises. So nothing here. Here we have a USB port, of course, to hook up the phone with the system. So next to this holder, showed you, right? Next to this holder. Oh, by the way, this holder does not work for a big iPhone. So I think it's up to 5.5 inch devices. Not sure. Yeah, I think that's it. And next compartment is down here, all hard plastic now, not anti-slip surface. One little compartment and another, and in this compartment down here I have sort of a cup holder that I can use at least as a cup holder. And here's a 12-volt outlet, in this case even a cigarette lighter. And that's it on this side. Then we got a gloves compartment, and look at this. We don't only have a lighter, we have an ashtray as well. Oops. Do I have to smoke in here to test it? I know that. So, and you can put the ashtray in here as well, so don't smoke while you drive. That's a stupid habit anyway, but even driving and smoking is not a good idea. The board material, and we have in here quite a few things. I mean, all hard plastic, but still cool, sort of. So we have a holder for the sunglasses, for the shades, and even my Ray-Ban fit in here. We got coin holders and some other holders, a pen holder, a ticket holder. That's not too bad for this tiny car. Yeah. Then in the sun visors, we got makeup mirrors, but no lights for them. We got reading lights for the driver and the passenger, and an entry light, both lights together, with a light in the middle as well. I don't have a handle on my side, but at least on the passenger side. The Volkswagen Up comes as a 3-door or 5-door version. I would always pick the 5-door version, even if you use the rear bench only as a trunk, as an extended trunk. You can reach easier to your stuff. I already see that the frame for getting in the car is pretty small, and I have to fold myself into the car in the rear. While sitting in the rear of the Up, you feel it's a tiny car. At least I feel it. The driver's seat is put in my position. I'm 180 centimeters tall, so 5'11", so just that you can measure it on your size. And I have problems sitting here. Not really problems, but it's not very comfortable. My leg space, there is no leg space. You know, my knees are touching the rear of the front seat. I can put my feet under the seat, yes, that works, but it's limited. And I think if we drive on a funny road, I would probably kick the driver in the back with my knees. Material-wise, we got the artificial leather here on the bench and the clothes. So the Alcantara is missing on the back. We only have it on the headrest. Space for my head, there's, well, at least a flat handful of space. I'm not touching the ceiling. I can reach the headrest fine. And even to the side, I'm not touching the roof suddenly, just if I really lean. And I can look outside all right. We cannot roll down the windows, just open them in the back. Be aware when you do this, you open the window and you have little kids in here, you have to hold the car, really stop the car, get outside to close the window. Or you really have rubber arms. We got Isofix hooks on both seats, so it's not a 5-seater, it's just a 4-seater here. And the locks of the safety belts, they're stiff, so kids can buckle up themselves with ease. And the length of the safety belts, by the way, here the red stripes are missing from the front, is plenty, so I don't see problems buckling my baby shelves or child seats. Well, and the rest is quick. We have a hook for a jacket here on the B pillar. Then we have a little compartment in the door panel, and we have a cup holder in the center with no spacers. Before we check out the trunk, and spoiler, nothing really changed, but I don't know if you have seen the previous review of the previous model. I show you the key. It's a regular Volkswagen key. On the rear side we got the Volkswagen badge. Then we got a button where the real key comes out, and we got 3 buttons here. Locks the car, unlocks the trunk, and unlocks the whole car. That's it. To open the trunk, I push this button right here, and look, black hood outside but red inside. So it's glass, isn't it? Yeah. All right, we have a volume of 251 liters, which equals 9 cubic feet. That's not really a lot, but at least my little carry-on luggage fits in here. But my tripod case, of course, did not. I had to carry it on the rear bench. Okay, let's look around. So, first of all, the empty trunk. And we can lift this up and put something in here, for instance. Or we can just see here this thing. I can slide it in and lower it so it's down on the floor. Or I can just take it out completely. And here you see the structure. It's some fiber stuff here and some clothes on the other side. Then we can see that we don't see much. But below this is even another compartment. Here we got the subwoofer, the Beats subwoofer, and the tire fit system, as well as warning vest and the first aid kit. All right. Looking around a little bit more, we got hooks here and up here, a little light to illuminate the trunk, and on the other side a hook and just another hook. So let's get rid of the privacy thing here, which is really not heavy, and you see the material. On this side we even got something like velour, and the other one is just plain stuff. So now I can flip the rear seats, 60% on the right side, 40% on the left side. And now we see, okay, we need this layer maybe, and we put it back in. So now we almost have a plain surface here to load in stuff. All right, guys, here's Brian's measuring tape. I have a width between the wheel arches of 98 centimeters, 97, so 38 inches. Put up this. I have a depth of 38 centimeters, so 15 inches. If I flip it down to the flipped rear support, I got 1 meter straight, so 38 centimeters. And if I move forward the passenger seat and fold it even a little bit, I have space for 150 centimeters or 59 inches. Concerning the height, I have a height of 69 centimeters or 27 inches. And if I remove this part, I have a height of 92 centimeters or 36 inches. And a height to the part here, 60 centimeters, so 24 inches. And if I put this thing back in, then there's a height still of 37, 38 centimeters, so 15 inches. Now I have flipped both parts of the rear bench. I have a volume of 959 liters or 35 cubic feet. Depending on my options, I can load up to 433 kilograms inside the up, which equals 955 pounds, of which I can put up to 50 kilograms or 110 pounds on the roof. And some more numbers, if I load stuff in here, I have to lift it up 77 centimeters, so 30 inches, and it goes down 10 centimeters, so 4 inches. Or if I flip or don't use the thing in between, it's even 34 centimeters, so around about 13 inches. Yeah, and I'm ready and packed now for a little driving experience. As usual, I start my driving impression even here with the up, turning the car around on the street. Pretty tight street here, by the way. Whoops. So you get an idea that I can't drive. But it's okay. Sorry. Oops. I'm really behaving like a stupid A. Sorry. However, it works. And you need to turn the steering wheel once and try a little bit to have it to one corner. And no, by the way, I don't care. I mean, I goofed off, but hey, that's life. It was about turning the car and not my driving abilities. Well, alright guys, I'm on my way back. I had a lunch stop at the Como Lake. You might see it here somewhere while I drive. And now it's back to the Milano airport where I drop off the car and fly home finally. I'm very surprised. Well, see, if you're German and you talk about German cars, for foreigners it's okay to be a little bit proud of, national products. But if you're German and you do a German review about a German car, then people say, well, they're paying you. They're paying you that you talk good about the car. That's the point. So I can be a little bit more open about how I really like the new up than in the German version. In the German version I have to be a little bit more like, oh well, it's okay. But I'm really surprised. I drove the version, the previous model with 75 horses, and I was really disappointed because, you could step on the throttle and nothing was really happening. Acceleration was really creepy, and, well, I was just disappointed from the car. So when I took this car today in the morning and I started driving from the airport, I was following the same car and the same up that's driving ahead of me, and well, he was speeding, and I was like, first thought was, what kind of car is he driving? And then I pushed the throttle and the up was really jumping forward. I said, wow, just 15 horses more and the car is behaving completely different. I mean, yes, acceleration from 0 to 100 is still 10 seconds, but then 10 seconds for such a tiny car is quite okay, and it feels faster now. It feels much faster, the acceleration feels much faster than the one from the 75 horsepower model engine. So that's one thing. And second, the color up ahead had a sport suspension, not due sporty driving, but because of aerodynamics and consumption figures. And this car has a normal suspension, and they even worked a little bit on the suspension and made it a bit more comfortable even. And I think this new suspension setup suits the car really, really well. I like it. It's comfortable to drive. I'm here on Italy country roads, and they're not too good. I mean, they're not bad either, but I can drive very comfortable. Yes, I hear the bad roads every once in a while, but it's not finding the way in my bag, and I appreciate this. I mean, the up is not a car you take on track or, you really go sporty with. Well, if you're a youngster, maybe, you try to go on your limits with this car, which is quite okay if you know what you're doing and you don't hurt anyone else. But overall, it's just a tiny car for city traffic, to go somewhere every once in a while. And so I rather go with a comfortable suspension than with a stiff suspension, which makes your ride uncomfortable. So new suspension setup, perfect. I like it. I really like it. But I was gonna start with the steering because I told you something about the steering, you know, where I goofed off, fucked up. While driving normally, it's well, there's hardly anything to say about it, you know. It's not very direct, of course, because we're not driving a sporty car, so you have a little bit of way where nothing happens, and at this point it starts reacting, which is okay. This street we're driving back now to Milano has some curves, and when I drove up here the traffic was not that bad, so I could go a little bit faster through the curves, and it was okay. You can still have a little bit of fun with the car. Not like, you know, man, I had so much fun with my up, but at least like, yeah, it's cool. For this ride, it's perfect. So I'm fine with the steering as well. Volkswagen as well, they did something with the gearbox, with the 5-speed gearbox. They just tuned it a little bit. I cannot recall that I was not satisfied with the old gearbox, but I can tell you shifting is precise. The shifting ways are fine for this car. Of course, they could be much shorter, but hey, we're driving in and up, a tiny car. So you can even shift fast. The other day I got a mail, someone telling me, Jan, you know, I really like your format, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot of nice stuff. And in between he mentioned something like, yeah, and we all know you don't know how to shift. Excuse me? I'm shifting for a couple of years now. What am I doing wrong? Nah, never mind. I'm just joking. So the 5-speed is just fine. I took it on the Italian highway. We have a speed limit here of 130 kilometers per hour. And acceleration is okay with the gearbox. Everything's cool. I like it. It's fine. Well, talking about the brakes, my favorite topic, because I never know really what to say. I drove here around about 70 kilometers, or even a little bit more, I don't know. And it was going up and down a little bit. I had no incident where I really had to hit the brakes hard. I cannot compare because I'm not a test track. All I can tell you is they behave in a way that say suits the car well. I mean, we have disc brakes in the front, drum brakes in the rear. Well, if you push the brake pedal, the drum brakes hardly do anything because, you know, most of the power goes to the front, to the disc brakes. And at no point I had the feeling that the brakes would not do their job properly. Besides that, you can, you know, touch the pedal tenderly and the car is slowing down. You can really be very sensitive with the brake. Well guys, I'm on the Spanish highway now. I'm driving 120 kilometers per hour. Here's a speed limit of 130. At 120 I am in 5th gear. At 2,500 RPM. And accelerating up to 130, I'm close to 3,000, so that's all. It's going a little bit downhill here. So you can drive fuel efficient, of course, and that's pretty easy with this car. Wind noises start with around about 90 kilometers per hour, and now driving 120, which is the speed limit in most countries. I can even accelerate up to 130. Let me do this shift back. That's 130. You hear wind noises, yeah, but they're not too bad. It's all okay. Now I'm in the 4th gear, shifting back to 3rd, 90, and accelerating from 3rd gear, 4,000. 5,000 at 120 and 130 at 5,500. That's the way you accelerate, and I think it's just fair for this car. Could be worse. I'm sorry I can't give you the 0 to something, but I'm sort of in a rush to the airport, and they don't have too many parking spots here where you can just hold and then start over again. Okay, I cannot tell you much about the assist systems. We have a cruise control here, alright, and some city stop emergency assist, blah. I don't care too much, you know, it should work, but I can't test it anyway. So I want to talk a little bit about the sound system. I think the Beats sound system is much better than the Fender one. When I discussed the Fender one, whenever you turned up the music a little bit louder, it was getting all muddy, the whole sound, you know. You couldn't hear or tell the different vibes in a sound. So here you can hear the music much louder and it sounds better. At a certain point, yes, the system gives up as well, but it reaches this point very much later, a long time later. So would it be worth the extra price for me? Yes, I say yes, definitely. Because it's pretty much cool, and especially for younger people, that you know, I think you appreciate this even more than I do. Having a cool sound system, the bass is fine, you know, everything's pretty cool. And I like the setup. I like the idea of taking the smartphone as an extended display for the whole infotainment system, having some features on the smartphone, even having this app being connected to the car, getting some information and visualizing them. That's pretty smart. I don't like, you know, or I would never use a SIM card in my car. I always have my smartphone, that's my leading device because everything is on there. And so that's just the way to do it, at least in my opinion. Besides that, I think this, the radio is pretty sexy, the design of the radio, they did a good job. And all in all, I like the whole solution. Alright guys, I'm done. I'm at the airport about to give the car away. Just summing it up real quick. Fuel consumption. Volkswagen is claiming 4.4 liters. I say, well, I had a little bit more than 6, which is okay. But then Italy, you know, I wasn't driving really fast at any place. Still, I think it's okay. Fuel consumption, fine. Driving comfort, I say yes. The suspension is comfortable. The seats, well, not for me, but as no one else complained, maybe it's just me. You try it out yourself. Usage as a daily driver, yeah, mixed feelings. You know, in the back there's not really space for grown-ups, and even the kids might kick in your back as a driver. The trunk is pretty small, but then for a city car, not too bad. It's okay, I guess. Driving fun, well, I had more fun in this car than in the 75 horsepower version, and even more fun than just the difference of 15 horses make you think. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. And today will be short. I hope you liked the clip. If you did, give me a thumb up. If you have any questions, put them below in the comments field. If you want to let me know something, do the same. And I hope I see you next time. Yours, Mr. Z. So long and goodbye.